It would help. Yeah, it would help if I had that turned on. Right, I had the little setting on my Streamlabs turned on. Um, but yeah, tech support problems, folks. There's just another one. Okay. Yep. So, all right. Let's do our spiel real quick. And yep, I can't because this stupid thing is stupid. I have to drag this over to here and then do this. That has to stay up at all times on one of my screens. Um, so, first things first, our sponsor as always tonight is Canadian Dice. If you go to canadiandice.ca and use the code the VACTER, all one word, and the global one, I think is Dice Daddy, all one word. If Cedar's about our Cedar. Um, check out for 10% off your order. And this week, Maggie has picked out the Unicorn Dream Dice, which is like a cotton candy like blend of rainbow pastels. It's very pretty, especially. Damn. Um, yeah. Okay. Second thing. Um, our new merch store is over at society6.com/VacTerTTV. You can get all of the designs that we've been working on, like the Half Orc Energy, the Vac Blob, the Like You Do one, like I have on my mug. And there are always some pretty good discounts on there. I got an email for like 30% off the other day. All right, and then the schedule, because this week's super important. So, tomorrow night, Fixius is cancelled, unfortunately. Lots of people doing lots of things. Saturday morning at 11:30, we've got Together Among the Stars with Dungeon Daddy Rick and his special guest Duckburg. Sunday, Artemis and Affy are over with DM Jeremy at 7:30 for Legacy of Fire Harakia. Back on to Monday, it's Miss Walkers with Affy, Artemis, Duality as well, and the rest of the crew. And then that's it. Because as of pretty much Wednesday and Thursday, all of us DMs will be at GaryCon. Yep, up in Lake Geneva. If any of you want to come meet your Vactor famous people, sort of, that great. I'm getting fed up of this. Like, it's showing link, which is weird. Yeah. Yeah, cause like, I'm gonna blip on, blip off. No. Some, yeah. No, I'm reactivating them all. And certain link is still moving. Thanks, Streamlabs! I'm done with technical stuff tonight. I want to play my damn game. I just want to start rolling dice and killing players. Sorry, wait, what? Um, okay, and it's also now messed up my freaking. I got now reading the spiel. I got to go back to there. Uh, I need to like write. I need to have like these things written down in a Word doc or something. Where's the vector channel? There we are. Okay, so we can see when duality is speaking. No, now I think it's Craigbot for some reason. Yeah. I hate all this. I hate all this. And now it's not showing because I Right, I'm gonna go up. No, too much. I need to put Streamlabs on a different. I can't put it. The problem is once the cameras are set up, it locks this Discord screen on this screen in place. I can't move it, and if anything I move onto my primary screen gets swished behind the camera screen. So what I need is a third screen really for all this stuff. It would make my organising so much easier. Okay, let's do a bit of fine tuning. Come on. There. Fixed. No more games. No more. Okay. Alright, so when we last left our lovely group of adventurers, they have been given a couple of good leads in Lanosha from Badaron. One was aimed at Shikao's Way regarding the Totem Dance, the Dance of the Dead. And the other was a general kind of call to arms about dealing with some vermin out in Lower Lanosha, outside the Tempest Gate. And the squad decided, hey, let's go kill some critters. So unfortunately, Crayon has decided to take a nap. Doesn't feel like dealing with small critters right this moment. Yeah. So those of you remaining, the three of you, what's your first order of business? You know where to go. You're not sure what you're killing yet. So Badaron says, okay, so he says, well, the kinds of vermin we've been mainly dealing with are things like bats, spiders, weasels, ladybugs, things like that. Small critters. Don't really cause anyone any harm. But, you know, shouldn't be any problem for a bunch of adventurers like you. Really. So, yeah. I mean, the pay's not half bad, but the only reason the Yellow Jackets ain't doing it themselves is because they got bigger fish to fry right now. Badaron looks at you as you say this, assuming you're saying it out loud in his presence. Get what happened earlier? Pure, you've gone. That they can't hear you. They can't hear you.
Different microphone. Is it working?
Should be, yeah. Okay. Um,
All right. Um. Where were we?
Baderon just give you the intel you needed to go and deal with some of these vermin. And then Shikar started shooting their mouth off.
Mm. We were
You know,
simply referring to the ones that came in here pointing fingers at us, coming off of by pirates.
Pay no attention to them. And besides, we dealt with them, didn't we? I gave them some of my freaking finest ale to get them off your backs. So you scratch my back here by going and dealing with these vermin, and we'll call it square.
Sounds like a good enough trade to me.
Yeah.
hey,
Okay. So at that point, I'm assuming you're all heading towards the Tempest Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will bring this in. Do, 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 do. And this is going to be a learning experience for me too. So this is, I'm assuming I'm pretty sure I made it. No, there we go. Visible players too. Okay. There we go. And hide those two. So this is the map of Lower Lenosha, and Badr, make sure to give you that on the way out because you might need it in future. And you can't come out the upper decks out to the Tempest Gate.
you said there was a map?
Is it
Yep.
not showing in Fantasy Grounds?
No.
No.
Not sure because I've made it visible, but it might not be.
You'll have to share it. Right click should pop up something, I believe.
It's not giving me an option to share. Make it public. There. Okay. But can any of you see anything now?
Nope.
You have to click on the image.
I am.
No, I mean, I was telling them
I
they're
see
gonna.
it now. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this is an image. This is a map of Lenosha, and you are on the sort of, if you see it on the western side, that's where Limsa comes out of, and you go up to the upper decks and out the Tempest Gate. And as you kind of come out the Tempest Gate and walk up the ramp, and you get the lovely smell of sea air in your lungs because Lenosha, and you're not confined by the city. You see what Badaron was talking about. there's quite a few vermin milling around, being dicks. They're just causing general trouble. They're nomming on bushes. They're harassing some of the merchants that are coming into the city. You see them take a nip at some of the merchants. And yeah, and it's exactly as he said. There are bats, there are spiders, and there are weasels, all causing trouble. So, uh-oh. Here's the meowing cat. Shall we add the cat to this combat tracker as well, I guess? Okay. Alright.
I don't think we'd ever survive.
You'd never... Yeah, no, you wouldn't survive with Donna. So, you reckon between the three of you, if you kill a couple of each, that'll help the overall goal? And you can go back to Baderon and he'll be happy with that. So, what I need to do now... is... Do I drag you in here? Yes, I do. I can just drag you, all three of you in there. And we can go from there. So I am going to drop into initiative. So any hints on here, duality?
Initiative, just double click between. Initiative is between AC and speed. Just double click it.
Okay. Poor Cherry.
Oh,
Poor Cherry
Cherry.
gets a 4. Okay.
I'm doing my best here.
And then on my
It's all
case.
automatic.
Okay, and I've rolled my initiatives. So, Shikail goes first.
Can't see anything we're fighting.
I'm not doing tokens. Right now, I don't have all that prepped.
Alright.
We're doing a little bit of. I'm basically using this for stats until we can get all that settled, ready for next week. So,
Okay.
you have basically you've got your pick of the litter to start throwing your chakra at. So you got 2 weasels, 2 spiders, and 2 bats.
Which one would be the closest?
I'd say both the weasels are closest because they are advancing on the group of you because they are higher up in the initiative. Hello, Donna.
Alright. She's actually going to run forward and draw her scimitars. Or one of them.
Okay.
And... okay. That would be a 8. I think I missed.
Yeah, I believe.
Alright. Well, that's... Until I can get my other scimitar out next turn, I can't do anything. I only
Okay.
draw 1 weapon per turn.
Yep. All right.
You
Oh,
tried.
Oh, hang on. Look who's here.
Ah, fluff butt.
Yep, the fluff butt. I'm just gonna chase it real
Hello,
quick.
fluff butt.
Okay. All right.
The fluffy one has come.
Yes, she has. Oh, and she's beating me with her tail. Okay. So offense. So one of the weasels, hi Donna, hi baby, hi, hi. Yes.
Artemis has played random skill check on a Kemi.
Okay. Let's think about this. Akemi, I want you to make me. Yeah, you're a Dark Knight. I want you to make an intimidate check for me, please.
Alright. Intimidate. 15?
As you basically kind of let off a little bit of void energy, a bit of the darkness, because Dark Knight. Hey, you got plenty of food and water, silly cat. Yeah. One of those weasels that's kind of advancing kind of freezes and kind of starts to cower and loses its turn. Okay. Yeah. So. All right. How do we go about attacking on this lovely system?
I'm sorry?
How do I get this weasel to bite ya?
Do you have the stats
Yep.
on an NPC page?
Yep.
You should be able to. Give me a second. It should pop up like they should have their attacks listed with a dice roll next to it.
Yep.
Should. So it's like that. Just under actions.
Yeah. Oh,
You have to double click it, not drag and drop.
there we go. Does a 14 hit you? I'm pretty sure it does not.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
You can drag and drop it on my character in the combat tracker as well.
Even better. Okay, weasel number 2 is frozen because, yeah.
Because it's all that void, and it's like.
And then we're gonna go next. Akemi. Did you
Apparently
make?
dead.
Huh?
Is apparently dead.
Did you just kill me?
No.
No, you wrote in your HP is wounds, so that means you're at 0 health right now.
Oh, nice. Okay, there we go.
Okay, let's try that
I put it in
again.
the wrong spot.
Okay.
Okay. So Akemi is going to attack the weasel that's frozen.
Okay.
Alright. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do the thing.
Are you using a weapon or a spell?
Weapon, I'm looking for it.
It would be under actions. The D20 with your modifier and a star on it.
Gotcha. Ouch. Okay.
That does not hit the weasel. I'm pretty sure. No. No hitting the weasel.
Okie pokey.
Okay. One of the spiders, on the other hand, is gonna come up behind Akemi and go for a bite. Or not.
He's got the highest AC.
And it misses.
go completely.
And then the second one, now I'm getting the hang of this. Second one is gonna go for a cherry. Oh! Okay, Jerry. You take 2 piercing damage
Okay.
from that. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
You pass. You're good. You feel this nasty ass spider try to get you with some poison, but it doesn't get it off. Come on, okay. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you, cat. Okay, that leads us on to bat 1, and that's going to come after Shikayo, and it misses. And then bat number 2 is going to go after Kemi, and also misses. So that leads us on to Jerry.
Okay. Cherry's just gonna attack the closest, whatever's closest.
Okay, that would be, we'll say one of the weasels.
Okay. And I'm gonna attack with the longsword.
I
Gotcha.
was gonna say, didn't the spider come up right behind him and bite?
True.
Oh, ignore that. That is incorrect. It should not be a d20. How do I fix that?
No, that is a
That's fine.
that
Okay.
would be a D20 for a long
Oh yeah,
sword
it would
attack.
for that. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking for damage.
Yeah, so you, that actually hits.
Cool.
Basically, and so now you can roll your damage.
Cool. So do I just roll that on one of the ones on the bottom?
Yeah.
Or is there? Okay, cool.
If you haven't like got it programmed in your sheet, you can.
Yeah.
Already threw in a save me for the next person who needs it,
Yeah.
by the way.
It's right next to your D20 on the. It should say your damage. For a longsword would be 1d8 plus whatever.
Yeah, that's not written on mine.
Under actions
Yeah, it doesn't have the damage over there.
for the longsword.
Nope. Ah. Hold on, I found where I can fix it. There.
Okay. Roll it whenever you got it all fixed. Wait. I wonder. I don't think you have it equipped. I'm not sure.
Go into your inventory, find the longsword. Do you see the t-shirt and the bags and all that on there? On the longsword, go until it shows the t-shirt. Just keep clicking that button.
I don't see any of those.
Are you on the inventory?
Yes.
The right side, right next to your weight, there's a button that says equipped, carried, or off.
And we got a group hydrate.
So it should go, you should just click it until it says that it's equipped.
Yes, I have it now.
Then it should show up under actions.
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
So, how do you skewer this spider?
Just stab it through the head.
Okay. All right. Back to the top of the order. Shikao, you're up.
Which is the closest one to me?
You got both those weasels are bearing down, and one of them you got a weasel
Right.
and one of the bats actually.
Alright, then I'm gonna drop my other scimitar and attack the thing nearest to me, whichever one it is.
Yep.
21.
That hits.
Okay.
With a 10 damage.
And how do you deal with this this little weasel?
I think, well, she's a dancer, so obviously she's going to be moving around a lot. In mid-spin, the blade is just going to fly out and literally just take the head off of it.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And let's see if she can get the other one on another same spin. Yeah, I think I hit.
Yep. Yeah, you hit.
5 damage.
It's fine. It dies. You also cut that one's head off at the same time.
Same move.
Yep.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Two blades, but yeah.
Okay. So now the weasels are dead. Kemi, it goes straight to you.
One weasel, one. No wait, did the other weasel get killed?
Yeah, it was near you. So you got a spider and 2 bats, and one of the bats is near Shikayo. One of the bats is near Kemi.
I'll
And
go after
2
the
spiders
bat.
and 1 bat.
No, Link killed one of the spiders last round.
Oh, okay. I'm lost. Okay, never mind. I could have
Alright.
sworn I just took out one of the bats though.
Well,
Whatever.
Akemi's gonna go after the bat closest to them then.
Okay. And that does not hit.
Of course not.
Nope. And then, so, Spider. We're going after Shikail this time. I'm going to do that one.
Yeah. It tries to attack where she was instead of attacking where she should be.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. Then one of the bats is going after them as well. No. No. It flies right past. And the other bat is going against... that one's going to go against the Kemi. And miss. So that leaves us to Cherry. All these little critters basically are focusing on your slightly less magic-y companions right now.
I guess, yeah, what would be the closest thing to me now?
I would say one of the bats is closest to you.
Okay, I will go after one of the bats with the longsword.
Okay. And that definitely hits.
Cool.
And definitely kills it. Okay, and top of the order. Shikayo, you're up.
Alright, which one is closest to me?
The spider, because it lunged at you.
Alright. Well, she's going to try and swing her scimitar at it.
Yep.
Okay, and
And you cut its legs off.
ugh. Second one is
That that hits the bat that's
And
fitting around. Yeah,
I do 2 damage.
it's gone. So
Dang.
so before you lies a bunch of verminal kind of corpses, however you want to say it, and yeah, let's say you feel like that's probably enough to satisfy what you were supposed to do for terms of this job, especially for rookie adventurers. So you can feel free to head back to Baderon and report in at your leisure. You don't even need to take corpses.
Sherry, is there anything you want to do while we're out here?
No, I'm good to head back.
Alright. I'm not sure I can cook any decent. But yeah, may as well.
Sounds good to me.
Hey,
So
I
yeah,
can always do with a drink.
you always have a drink.
I mean, I could do it more.
We'll see what we can do.
So y'all go back to the drowning wench, and yeah, you just see Baderon sending off another group of adventurers to go and take on a task. Hello, Donna. Before they wander off, and he's like, "Yeah, another bunch of the old adventurers coming in. What's you coming by these days? That group there seems like a good bunch of people. They got that gladiator there, a thaumaturge, an archer, and a conjurer. You know, someone to take the hits, someone to patch up the nasties, and 2 people to do the stabby. So, how did your stuff go?"
Ask them. They did all the work.
He looks at Cherry and Shikayo. So, how'd it go?
About as well as to be expected from a bunch of weasels. They haven't put up much of a fight.
I mean, that's to be expected. Well, the job's a job, and yeah, we're people of our word here, Limsa. Well, I mean, most of us are, except the ones who didn't sign up to the code. So he kind of pulls out a coin purse from underneath his bar top and slides you each 50 gil. And he says to you, well, as it happens, I've got a bit more of a long-term job for y'all, if you're willing to hear it.
We're
Seems
listening.
interesting.
Okay, so any of you heard of Summerford Farms?
Don't think so.
No?
Hmm.
With that role, you would find out that it is a settlement in Middle Lenosha, and it is exactly as it sounds. The area of Summerford in general, when the calamity came, water rushed. You know, it kind of carved rifts in the land surface, and because of course, Lenosha is mostly coastal. Water rushed up to fill kind of like these new veins that were appearing in the land, and they made kind of these new rivers. And Summerford Summerford Farms is basically a rebuilt settlement on an old military camp that sits at the head of these two rivers.
Hmm. So what's the job there?
Well, my old mate Stalewern needs a hand. The old bastard needs some help with his crew, and I mean, here's the problem: his crew are all former cutthroats, and not all of them are made out for the old farming life. They're not botanists necessarily. So, generally speaking, I'd like you to go out to Stalworm and just kind of give him a hand where he needs it. And, you know, the pay will be good. There'll be lodgings out there as well for free.
That doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah. Maybe, you never know. For you adventurers, something else might come up while you're out there. But he slides you over a map to Middle Lenosha and says he points at like the western section of it. It's like that is where Summerford Farms is, the actual settlement, right there. And maybe when you're done, when he's all set with all your help, you can come back here, have a few drinks, and regale me of the tales of how everything went. Sound good?
Certainly doesn't sound boring.
Sounds good to me.
I've had to do worse.
Okay. So, y'all have a couple of things you can do. There's other stuff you can do in Limsa while you're here, if you like, before heading out into the wider world and going to Summerford. And everyone say hello to Donna again.
Hello, Fluff Butt.
Yeah, Donna. Yeah. Made sure you were fed and watered. You silly cat.
Nothing that I want to do in town, but on the way there, I do want to do something.
Okay. How about you, Cherry? Is there anything you want to do while you're in town?
No, nothing in town that I can think of.
Okay. And Kyle, anything you want to do in town?
Get more booze.
For the sum of, let's say, 75 gil, you can get a few bottles of good wine from Badaron. And by good, I mean good by pirate standards, not like good by bureaucrat standards.
So cheap wine.
Yes, goon. what Australians would call goon.
She'll pass him 225 gold. Or gil.
I don't know how you're gonna get unless you're gonna put them all on your belt. But at that point, add 15 bottles of wine to your inventory.
Sounds like a good trade.
And like I say, it's not the highest quality wine, but it'll do, especially for a booze hound or booze puss, I should say.
It'll probably last an hour.
You hear Kemi say this. It's almost like they're trying to place bets. He's trying to place a bet.
She's not even paying attention. You just literally hear a boom.
Kemi just glances at the drunkard, then glances at the barkeep like, I told you so.
Badaron just shrugs his shoulders, shakes his head. It's like, look, unless they're drunk, not my problem. Oh, okay. Let me correct that. Drunk or violent or both.
No, when they're drunk, they're my problem.
I will defer to your wisdom on that then.
Group hydrate.
Yep, and posture check.
Artemis is spending. Is it Artemis that's doing this?
Yep.
Good.
Dropping
all that 100k points.
Well, where else are they going to spend it?
I don't know.
Too bad I don't have, like, rum sitting right here.
I mean,
I got vodka.
I'm pretty sure I have booze somewhere, but I don't.
Yeah.
Well, it'd just be very fitting for my character.
Yeah.
Alright.
You call me a bitch? I'm looking at you. Okay. Also, turn everyone up except me. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I gotta.
I'm gonna be just in the other room. I still can hear everybody.
Okay. It's about 120-ish. Yeah. So, after Shikyle restocks or overstocks on booze.
If she was strong enough, she'd just carry around a barrel.
I mean, that's fair. You could carry it on your back, maybe, with the right stuff.
For some stupid reason, the barrel's empty or 70 pounds.
Oh, is that all?
I mean...
I feel like at some point that's going to be a conversation that happens.
Yeah.
Because Akemi is the workhorse of the group, so
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, if none of you have anything else to do in town, we can head on over. Akemi, you just got inspiration. I need to forget.
Oh,
Okay.
I think we're getting a group one.
Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, where is that kept on this dang sheet? Also,
It's right next to your name.
It's a little check mark that you click.
okay.
You might want to go under options, under inspirate, under where is it? Crap. I know it's here.
It's in there somewhere. Keep digging. Son of a whore.
There it is. It's right at the bottom. 3 inspiration slots. There we go.
Yep.
3 slots, yay.
That's the max.
Is it a group? Yeah. I'll make sure I've added that for everyone. There we go. 'Cause-
I already added mine, so.
okay, yeah, you all have one. I'm pretty sure they gave you all one last week, as well that you didn't
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
So I'm boosting you up to 2.
Okay.
Okay. I burned mine last week, so I'm gonna only
Okay.
have 1.
All right, fair. Yeah. So let's take this down, and you start heading on out to
Alright.
Middle Lenosha. I am going to roll something real quick.
So, on the way there, Akemi just kind of wants to hunt for small game.
Okay. You can do that.
And I believe that should be survival.
That will be survival, yes. Give me a survival check.
19.
Hey, damn. Okay. All right. So you managed.
Hunting bunnies with a great sword.
Yeah.
Full Monty Python here.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Pretty damn much. Yeah. So, you see Akemi chasing round bunnies with the greatsword, and the other
And
two,
a frying pan.
and a frying pan. And I'm not sure what the other two of you make of this scene, but
Yeah, she just kind of watches this, raises an eyebrow, and just goes back to drinking like another day.
Shara's just offering moral support by just occasionally being like, "You got this. Great job. Proud of you."
Alright. How many bunnies do I kill?
you managed to kill 5.
Sweet.
Because that was nearly a crit. That was nearly 20, so I'm going to say, well, it was nearly a crit, but it was nearly 20, so I'm going to say you get 5 good-sized conies,
Alright.
and yeah. Okay. So we're going to get you a lovely, lovely map of Middle Lenosha. So you can so you can see the map for yourself and see where everything is. And so, yeah, is anyone else doing anything while, well, you're cheering on Akemi and just drinking? So, yeah.
Can I do one more survival check?
Yeah.
Alright. Buttons, there we go. No, that's that one. Okay, not as good, but I wanted fish this time.
Thing is, fishing is one of the actual craft skills.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and so this is technically doing an unskilled check.
Then let's make it more hunting. Small game.
I mean, we can keep it as the fishing if you want, and go from there.
I mean, I just thought it'd be funny to try fishing with a frying pan, but...
I mean, that symbolizes the fact that you're not a fisher. So you wade into you do wade into one of the rivers, and now you two are watching Kemi just kind of got the kind of frying pan is like this, and then a swish swims by, and he just goes and he misses the first one. He's like, "Four, yep." Just tries to smash this poor freshwater fish, and misses. The fish just kind of swims off in terror, and the splashing in the water also causes causes the fish to scarper. But that being said, a couple of the fish are old and not as smart, shall we say, and fast anymore. And Kemi does manage to catch a couple of old fish that will probably pass their time.
So, 2 fish?
2 fish.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, I am getting this map up real quick. It's in my assets file, and that's why, because it's a PNG, and I have to switch it to PNG mode. There we go. And this is Middle Lenosha. Okay, and this will be public, and up we go, and there. Can you see Middle Lenosha?
Yes.
Cool. Alright, so you see in the bottom right left corner ish, mid bottom corner, the Zephyr Gate. That's where you come out of this time from the lower decks. Basically you come up from the Drowning Wench and just head out that gate to Middle Lenosha, and that first area before the bridge is where Kemi caught the conies, and that first river is where the pan fishing expedition went down. So you cross the bridge, and then based on Badron's directions, you start heading to the right up a hill, and you manage to see some of her farms, and it's this big old... The best way to describe it is it has this nice white stone wall surrounding it, and it has houses, an inn, sheds, shacks, a windmill, all arranged inside the walls with a very kind of rudimentary wooden door gate. I had nothing to do with saving Keylie. I don't believe, by the way, Artemis. That was not me. So, yeah. Yeah. So, y'all at the gates of some of her farms. I will find you a nice image. That's not what I was looking for.
Are there stables visible?
Yes.
Akemi just kind of goes to the opposite side of the group furthest away from the stables.
So you're staying away from the Chocobo Keep.
Yes.
The two of you notice that Akemi is keeping. Well, actually, no. Let's do it this way. Perception rolls. You two, I need Cherry, Shikayo, I need perception rolls from you two to see if you notice what's going on here.
She's drunk currently. So that's the only time we get the good rolls.
Except that Cherry then gets a nat 20 on top of that. Both of you get nat 20s.
It's very obvious.
Yes, it's very. Hey, Akemi is. Those two just kind of stare oddly at you, and I think so you two, as in Cherry and Shikayo, notice absolutely point blank that Akemi is staying the hell away from the Chocobo stables. Oh, and by the way, there is an ether right here, just so you know, just for landmark's sake. There is also a Chocobo stable, because, But Akemi is, not going anywhere near the Horsebird stable. And I will let you react to that as you so choose.
Carrie's just gonna raise an eyebrow at Akemi, but like not say anything about it.
Don't like birds, do you?
I'm not saying anything. Everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Fucking nasty little buggers.
Yeah, they're just giant chickens.
I'd like to roast them like giant chickens.
Don't know if anybody would be okay with that, but why don't we just go to the Aetherite?
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, let's do that.
And Cherry's gonna like set off towards the Aetherite.
Mm-hmm.
Kemi's just following along, still trying to avoid the stables.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get to the Aetherite, Cherry's gonna go to attune to it.
Okay. No Arcana check or anything this time, because there's no Ethernet here. All three of you will actually get basically an automatic success on this one, just purely because it's the only reason you had to check last time is because it had the network. So this time around, you're perfectly fine. And so you all feel that kind of tingle as you attune. And now in your mind's eye, you feel like you can, if you really focus your ether, you would be able to return to Lenosha in the blink of an eye. I say a blink of an eye, it would take a few seconds for you to manifest the ether, but you would be able to return without having to walk. However, it would be etherically draining, and if you do make use of this, you would probably need a bit of a rest after doing it.
Still, save time.
Yeah. sensation makes a chemi sneeze.
And y'all just hear Kimmy sneezes as the achievement finishes. So I will upload it in here instead because of how this stupid Discord window thing works. So
Everything froze again.
It doesn't like us tonight, does it?
it really doesn't, and I'm getting a little. Yeah, this is really weird. I'm gonna have to. Done. There we go. How about now? Yes, there we go. I can see my lips moving.
Yeah, it's working now.
I'm still frozen. Oh, no, there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So the town is divided into two levels with like a sloping hill, and right now the Aetheryte is on the now my camera's out of focus. There, better. The Aetheryte is on the upper level, and so is the inn, and you see a rather burly old Rogadim with blue skin and an eye patch, and he's got a two-handed axe on his back, and he kind of regards you. He kind of looks you over and he's like, you that band adventurers old Ten Fingers was sending over?
Probably. Don't know if he sent anybody else.
Yeah, not yet. It's been a while since I put in the request to the freaking Adventurers Guild, and it seems like he's had you do other things in the meantime rather than coming straight here. Freaking bastard. But anyway, so let me guess. You're a Chemi, you're Cherry, and you are Crayon, and you are Chicago, right? He points at each of you in turn. Yeah, Badaron told me, and he taps his ear. Link Pearl. We used to work together a lot, so I keep the Link Pearl in case I need to get hold of him directly, you know? So, alright, so you honoured his word then. Good. That's a good start. Ain't many, well, there are plenty of honourable folks here now, but in the old days, the old days. I've got a few tales about the old days, I tell you. I'm Stelwern, the old bastard as he calls me, and this is my humble orchard. You did notice that as you walked up to Summerford, there are orchards left and right of you, with various different fruits in them. But you were all kind of like after the game and fishing expeditions wanted to just kind of get to the town and figure stuff out. So you didn't go stealing from the orchards, at least not yet. All right. So a good number of the lads and lasses working here, as Badaron might have told you, he wants to terrorise the ICs. And if you're wondering why I employ such, ne'er-do-wells, well, it's because they were under me crew. That's why I used to be captain of a pirate ship. But as happened to a lot of us, the calamity, it sunk it. Like I did so many others, and I got my ass kicked into the bargain. So,
Group hydrate.
what's up?
Group hydrate.
Group hydrate. So, I had to feed my crew somehow, right? I know, look, I might have been a pirate captain, but I wasn't a complete fucking bastard. And so, the good admiral's initiative to get us, those of us who were landlocked, because, you know, our ships had been destroyed by the freaking fucking Barmut, freaking old Elder Dragon primal thing. Basically, the admiral was like, "We'll give you food, we'll give you lodgings and stuff, and help you build somewhere to live if you tend the fields." So, too fine an offer to refuse, really.
Sounds like a fair trade to me.
Yeah.
You got a roof over your head, more than a lot of us can say.
He nods semi-sagely at that. At that point, another man kind of opens the door behind him to the inn with an angry expression. He looks at the three of you, or four of you, sorry, scoffs, and then walks past. And therein lies the problem. You can take you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't really take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just didn't adjust. And the botanists I called in from Gridania to come help train them have been wringing their hands in bleeding despair. So, with so much of this work starting to pile up, honestly, I need a tougher person, or group of people in your case, to step in and help. Now, I've a mind to set you some tasks, but and he looks over the four of you. Now, do you know what? You lot are probably pretty well kitted out. I ain't gonna send anyone who ain't properly geared up to their deaths. That ain't my code. Because you gotta remember, pirates don't care to parley with dandies. Some of these ones might have traded in their cutlasses for plows, but they're still rogues.
I've seen far worse, believe me on that one.
I think we can handle it.
Alright. Well, I've got a particular job for you that you might be able to particularly help with. So, I shall tell you this story tale if you've a mind to hear it.
We're listening.
So, have you heard anything about some abductions that's been going on?
I believe there might have been vague mention of that, yes.
Aye. It's as if they were plucked from the bloody surface, boots and all, but they just vanished into freaking thin air. And what's this? I mean, you're probably wondering, alright? You know, why is Baderon sent you here to a farm to investigate abductions. Well, I mean, that remains to be seen. But it seems like some of these right unsavory lot and they've got azure tattooed faces have been coming up to my field and spying on my men. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being spied on, especially by freaking savages who ain't signed the agreements. But the farmhands are spooked and convinced that these azure tattooed folks are the kidnappers coming for their rights. And they've downed tools. Essentially, what I need you to do is I need you to go and explore Seasong Grotto over yonder way, and I need you to see what's going on and figure out if our visitors are occupying the grotto as a base of operations. And if they are, maybe evict them, in a manner of speaking.
Suggestful relocation.
Yeah, relocate them.
Drag him out and dump him in the river.
Also acceptable. And at this point, he looks at Cherry for a third option. We've got forced relocation, dumping them in the river, and
Harry just shrugs. Either one of those sounds fine to me.
I mean, you probably do both at the same time, to be honest.
Well, I mean, one obviously aids to the other.
Aye.
Sure.
But be careful, you four, alright? I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with. If these are the kidnappers and they got azure tattoos and shit, be on your guard. Alright? So, oh, and by the by, I ain't expecting you to go out and do this immediately. If you need to have a quick rest, recuperate a little bit, that's fine. My farmhands are down tools for the foreseeable future anyway. But obviously, let's not be taking a freaking week to solve this problem, eh?
I don't think it'll take us a week.
It shouldn't.
Though some rest after our travels would be nice. Perhaps some trade if you have some.
What were you looking for?
Well, I did a bit of hunting on the way here, and I could always use more ingredients.
I'm sure, given what we are, that I can accommodate you.
Anything you have would be appreciated.
Various fruits and veggies to go with your meats.
Indeed, and in exchange, perhaps one of the rabbits I caught would be beneficial to you.
Aye. We could use that. So Stelwern hands you over. I'm gonna say 4 units of like fruit and vegetables. We're just gonna keep it nice and easy. Rather than starting saying, you need it specifically, you need this and that and the other. No, just fruit and veg that you can just use to combine that with your meats, and we can do some cooking at some point if you so desire.
Sounds good.
But yeah, you may want to take Stale One's offer of sleeping in the inn, especially because it looked like Cherry took a bit of a spider bite when you were out doing the job for Badron.
Yeah, I think some rest is probably what we need.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
There should be an option to apply if we're going through the night, there should be an option to apply a long rest somewhere.
Yeah, I'm looking. I swear I'm looking, I just cannot for the life of me find it. Artemis, I know you're watching.
Would it be under calendar?
Is there? Oh, good point. Activate the calendar module to set a calendar for this campaign. Okay. Sure. Okay. So I'm just getting it set up. Okay.
Combat tracker.
Combat tracker. That makes it. There we go. Problem solved. All right. Menu.
It's an interesting spot for that.
Rest. Yep. And you're going to take a long rest. And that is where we'll take our break of the night. So we shall see you in a jiffy. If I can remember which button it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. It's 5. Muted it because we were on break. Anyway, so yeah, for those of you who joined us in the intermission, we, as in our lovely party, managed to get to Summerford Farms, meet up with Stelwyn, and have been directed to the possible location of a pirate camp inside Seasong Grotto, an underground cave just down the road from the farms. Akemi was wheeling and dealing in fruit and vegetables, and Cherry was just chilling, as far as I can tell, and Shikara was getting drunk.
Nothing new there.
Nothing new there. So, with that in mind, what are the three of you doing now? You've all just had that long rest, so you wake up the next day. No watches because you're at some of the farms. You're at a safe location. Ain't gonna make you roll for that because there are town guards to deal with that shit. But
You get it? Might have to have them roll for that.
at some point, maybe as you get further out into the wilderness and not so far. No, it's not so close to a capital city.
Shika would try and find the item shop.
Yep. It's actually right next to where Steelwin is. The merchant and mender is right there.
Armor too, then?
Yes. If you're looking for some armor, but
Yeah. Or at least better armor.
okay. What are you looking for?
Probably wanting to keep the, I think I've got plate. But a little bit stronger.
Kimmy has. You have half plate, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, probably just looking at, like, improved half plate.
Mhm.
They like the mobility of it, but the sturdiness of plate.
So, say that again. You're looking like for full plate, or
No, they just want to look and see if there's anything else, like other half plate. No.
No.
Okay.
not at like a small event. It's not like a smaller place like this. They tend to have more cloth and leather armors available right here.
Okay.
Shika would look through the item shop, see what kind of medicine they have.
You find a selection of potions, high potions, ethers, antidotes, and eye drops.
Is there a number listed for how many is there? Or...
No, the merchant's got a pretty big supply. Again, you're near a capital city, so it's not. They got crates of them, and they've got like a little storehouse behind them.
And you said earlier that the potions are 28 gil each?
Yep.
I think she'd probably just end up buying 25 of them.
By all means.
We got a group hydrate already.
Not Artemis this time.
Nah, I expect if it's not Artemis, it's Rick. And if it's neither of them, it's Jeremy enraging the enemy.
Looks like it's Rick.
All
It's
at the
Rick
same
this
time.
time.
Sometimes.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Potion. Is there a weight for these things?
Annoying.
much are the-
That's the weight. Annoying.
Annoying, yeah. You're going to be clanking bottles around, but
How much are the high potions?
they are 50 each.
Cool.
And those heal D6.
D6.
Potions heal D4, so...
Okay. Cherry's gonna buy 10 high potions.
Okay.
Cammy buys 1 potion.
Okay. All right. Y'all can add those to your list. They're not in. Unfortunately, they're not in the dedicated like item thing. I can.
Alright. And probably how much were the antidotes? 40?
Yeah.
Alright, so probably buy and the eye drops are 20?
Yep.
Probably buy 5 of each.
Yeah.
Makes sense to be prepared. You don't know what you're fighting.
Mhm.
I mean, she might be a drunk, but she ain't stupid.
I mean, fair.
Akemi, on the other hand, is stupid. Or at the very least, he's not intelligent. We'll just put it that way.
And I've actually made sure. Yeah, I was gonna say. Make sure you put in stuff on your party sheet and put it in the party inventory, because that way you can all share it. But yeah.
How do I find the party inventory?
If you
It's,
go
right next to your combat tracker.
yeah.
I see it now.
Okay. Yeah.
This might take a minute. I bought a lot.
Yeah. Can you just change the number on the type
I
in the number?
cannot on the party sheet. The only one who can is the DM.
Okay, well I think I can fix that for you then. How many potions is it? 25 or
25 potions, 5 eye drops, and 5 antidotes.
5 antidotes? I will.
Oh, I misspelled it. Whoopsie.
Nah, no worries. It's just gonna make life easier later on. Okay, and
How do
then
I add it in there?
and I will
Uh,
add 10 high potions.
Yeah.
I guess Akemi's just gonna keep that one potion for themselves.
10. Okay. That's. And then what? Do I just drag it down to the inventory?
For the party sheet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just drag it out of your inventory onto the party sheet. That's just, or you drag it from the party sheet into your inventory. Like that.
Okay.
I figured it out.
So I tried to do that and it added one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not know if the DM has to manually edit it, or if they can drag and drop. Because they actually have access to manually editing it.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
Let's see, how many bottles did she go through last night?
One.
One.
How?
I don't know, maybe she was dancing in the bar and got more freaking from other people. She is a dancer.
Yeah.
Entirely possible. Why would she drink her own if somebody else is gonna gift it to her?
This is confusing me.
What?
Well, okay, we put it all in the parcel, but then I'm trying to figure out how to get it down into your party inventory.
That is the party inventory.
Oh. Well, it says parcel items.
Yeah, that's because we're supposed to drag and drop from there when we need it.
Okay. Alright, so I can just leave them there.
Sweet.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So, with that in mind, we're all learning how to use fantasy grants apart from duality here, folks. Don't worry. I barely managed to finish coding everything today, apart from the items and weapons. But that's going to be an ongoing thing because
Oh yeah.
I have plenty of
If
fun
anybody
stuff.
wants to drag and drop into their action tab, I made these.
Oh, sweet.
There you go. Okay. So you're all geared up. What? Is anyone else buying anything else or looking at any other shops or doing anything else?
No.
No.
Okay. I'm going to very quickly just pull something up. Hee hee. And y'all can start making your way across the grotto whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm going to drop something in active session chat for you all, just to make my life a bit easier doing it now. As you go into the grotto, you see there's a big kind of stone plinth in the middle. That has faded Eorzean writing on it, aka common to all of you. And it reads as follows. I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea. And there shall I die. Everyone give me a history check. No. Actually, okay. Shikaya would know this. But a little bit about it. This is called the Sailor's Requiem. And it's basically a creed of how citizens of Limsa Laminsa tend to live their lives. As you look around the cave a little bit, I'm not even going to make perception checks. It is deserted. Apart from like a few, like, bugs with lights for asses. Fireflies. That's what I'm looking for.
Athletes.
Yes. They have ass lights. Um, at that point, you kind of do any of you examine the stone further, or any of you want to take any specific looks around the cave?
Shikayo would study around the area around the monolith.
Make me a perception check.
Sad part is, if she was doing this sober, she'd probably find absolutely nothing.
That's the sad part about this. Yes. Yeah. You. Sorry, I'm checking something. You hear footsteps behind you. They sound human. They sound humanoid. So, you're not in initiative or anything. So, what do you do?
Kemi goes soldier mode,
The only person who heard this right now is Shikayo.
Alright.
The others are kind of just milling around a little bit. Shikayo went back to the monument near the entrance. So, Shikayo,
Okay.
what are you doing when you hear these footsteps coming up behind you?
She would let the others know that she hears at least one person coming this way.
Okay, now you know.
Alright, so yeah, Kemi goes soldier mode. Just kind of makes himself look big and has their sword ready. At least has a hand on their sword.
How about you, Cherry?
Cherry's gonna turn to face the entrance, but just kind of wait, not necessarily trying to look intimidating or anything.
At that point, you see a female Mikote. Her picture is in the active session chat on Discord. She's a Seeker of the Sun. Light brown skin, brown facial markings. She's got kind of teal eyes and platinum blonde hair with kind of two front braids. And she's kind of wearing a white dress with silver patterns, and she has an odd mark on the left arm of the dress. Blue trousers and blank ankle boots. And she's got a weird device around her neck that you can also see in the picture that I sent you. And then she's got a tattoo on her neck. She holds her hands up as she approaches. No, I'm not one of the pirates. Worry you not.
Can I make a perception check to see if I think she's danger of any kind?
That's insight.
Insight, yes.
She's telling the truth. She's no threat to you.
That'd be good because I think Shikayo is the one closest to her at the moment.
Yeah. The Sailor's Requiem. She kind of walks up slowly and stands next to Shikayo. Such words are a great description of Limsa Laminsans. Say prayer against misfortune, and a prayer that those who are landlocked may find their way back to the sea eventually. You four, you're the adventurers I've seen around town, are you not?
Newly arrived, but yes.
Hmm. I was on the trail of the kidnappers myself, but seems I missed my mark. And then she flicks up the device on her neck, and it covers her eyes, and the kind of blue bulbous thing at the top starts to glow kind of blue, and she starts looking around. That's as I suspected. The etheric disturbances are no natural occurrence.
Etheric disturbances?
Or what?
There have been low etheric disturbances here recently. As if someone has been deliberately manipulating the ether in the area. To ill benefit. It's also not a coincidence that our two groups, as it were, should come here in search of the kidnappers. Only to be, and she trails off as you start to hear a rumbling coming down the entrance, and you see one of these lovelies.
Carrie got a random skill check.
Cherry, give me an athletics or acrobatics check while I show y'all something real quick. You managed to stay on your feet.
Cool.
Okay. I'm going to just put this in active session real quick, if I can get active. There. And you see this big nasty barreling down the ramp or the hill towards the four of you, or five, because unless you left Crayon back at some of her farms again. But yeah, at that point, sorry, go on.
Lovely.
Yeah.
A walking mouth.
It looks like you when you're sober.
Oh, and we got freezing again. Give me a sec. Fixing. Okay. All right. At that point, it's time for y'all to roll me some initiative, and I will do the same. At that point, I'm going to show you. I'm going to call it. mouse back. Show it. And then.
I'm rolling better today than I usually ever am.
Me,
Is it
on the
because
other
my
hand-
character is drunk?
And yeah. Okay.
I blame the digital dice.
Okay. So, y'all
What?
are. Everyone okay?
I had a blip.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a blip here. Like, what?
Discord being fucky wucky. Okay. Alright, so with that in mind, Shikara, you're up first. You see this frenzied mossback charging down the ramp, and Yistola, not that you know her name yet, the culture conjurer, darts out of the way, so she doesn't get trampled. So, yeah, you see this big old gooboo coming at you.
Alright. Give me a second.
And we got an enraged enemy.
Is it from Jer? It's Artemis! Fucking hell! Damn!
Alrighty then.
Y'all thank Artemis for giving this monster enrage.
Thanks,
How far away are we?
You are now. You're definitely in thrown weapon range.
So I'm within 20 or so feet.
Yeah.
Alright, she's going to, well, normally she'd have, like, her chakrams, like, on her, kind of just hanging off her wrist, so she'd, like, roll one up and then chuck it at this thing.
Okay.
I missed, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And she's
And-
gonna back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gonna back off after that, or?
Yeah, 35 feet.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this last time, but apparently I get these.
Yes. Yes, you do. To spend as you like. Okay. Cherry, you are up.
How do I add my spells on here?
There's a... Go down to your actions. There's a little star button, I think. Add power.
Yeah.
Did you not get your spells? Oh yeah, you never revealed the spells, did you?
No.
Sophia. What spell did you want to cast?
I'm gonna do a cantrip. Firebolt.
Okay.
That's actually one of the basics ones in the spells tab. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
If I can. Should be. Okay, that didn't work. Okay. I'm adding it to mine for a second. There. Just drag and drop it to your actions tab.
Yep.
And then you should be able to cast it from there.
It's messing up.
Yeah.
Did you open the player's handbook module?
Yeah, yeah, it's open.
Alright, then... 1 second. At the bottom of the character thing, on your right side, should be spells. Under level, just click it and go to 0. And scroll down, and Firebolt should be on the first page.
Okay.
Hopefully that works.
And then how does Link cast that? Just drag Firebolt onto the moss back on the combat tracker?
Yep. Drag the cast onto it.
I see the spell. So I clicked spells, but I don't see anything in there.
This is...
You didn't open modules.
Okay.
You click, it's in library top, you go down to activation and just turn on the player's handbook. It should be...
I see it.
bottom of the second page.
Got it. There it is.
There you go.
Got it. Thank you.
So yeah, now you just... that... misses.
Okay.
But it's a cantrip, so don't worry. You're not using any slots.
Yeah.
Akemi, you are up.
How far away is this thing?
For you, you can move into melee range with it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Akemi's gonna get in range of it. And can I do bonus action first?
Yeah,
or does-
in whatever order.
Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to use Dark Side, which
Okay.
I can now use necrotic damage for 7 turns.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna take a swing at it with my sword.
sure. That definitely hits.
If it missed, I'd be worried.
Alright, so 14, and what do I roll for the necrotic?
Oh,
Is it plus necrotic, or did it just change the damage type? I gotta look. I can't remember.
Let me pull that back up.
Abilities.
Additional necrotic damage.
How much?
Indicated on the class table? That's all it says.
I'm looking it up right now. If the page would work with me here. Let's see. Work with me here. Okay, that's why I couldn't find it. I went past it. Because I'm dumb.
Is your...
1d6.
Yes, it's next to 1d6. Okay, so it's a grand total of 18.
For a number of rounds equal to your charisma modifier.
Yeah, so your charisma modifier is not 7.
Hmm?
Dark side lasts as long as your charisma modifier.
Oh, it's 5 then.
Yeah,
I looked at the wrong button, but
yeah.
Yeah,
too
that's
different.
2. That 2 is probably from your proficiency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Still, 7, 5. It's still a lot.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna add.
But yeah, that was a lot.
Uh-huh.
Well, you one-shot it.
Makes up for the other.
No, that's not right.
Hmm?
That's not right. So I dragged the same thing twice. That's 18. There. No, it's not one shot. I hope not. But it is his turn. And yeah, this impudent Dark Knight just swung at it and really hurt it. And we are going to do this. And I'm enraged, so yeah. It hit you with, what was the second one, the 16? Plus
It
4?
only
That'll be a
hits
20.
one.
Yeah. A 20, in your case, I believe hits.
No. Yep.
And that's 7 damage to you, but it has a special trait called Brute. And I get to do this. Roll a 3 for 3 extra points of damage. Gets to roll 1 additional die when it attacks.
Alrighty then.
So you just lost 10 hit points out of 14, admittedly. And it does not have
I thought
any...
the trait was auto-added. If it has Brute, because the
No.
Morning Star is normally 1d8, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. I'll take those 3 points off. But yeah. Yep. Okay. So down the list and back up to Chicago.
I'm going to use my Dazzling Dance to use my bonus action dash.
Okay.
So give me a second, I'm going to remove that. And I'm going to run forward, pulling out my scimitar and attacking this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? What?
What?
Why?
I don't know.
That came out of nowhere.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you because I didn't do anything.
Move. Well, either way, I missed.
Yeah, I was gonna say either way.
So, I'm gonna try and get back out of there.
Okay. You can kind of back off a bit, and
Well, I used my dash so I can move up to 70 feet that turn,
yeah,
and I attacked, so I got my dance charge back.
yep. Cherry, you're up.
Right. I'm gonna try to firebolt again.
Okay.
Artemis redeemed a second wind on whoever needs it.
That would be a Kemi, so a Kemi roll 2d10. And the firebolt hits this time. Whenever you're dragging that, make sure you drag it onto... Keep the combat track open, and if you drag it onto the moss back, it automatically tells you if it hits or misses.
Okay, got it.
So that hits, barely. So you get to roll the damage now. And that was okay. So Akemi gets all the points back, and Cherry does 2 points of damage to the moss back, and it does not have any weird immunities or whatever. So yeah, Akemi, you're up.
Going for another swing.
Okay.
Why did it roll 2?
Don't know. It's been doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Shouldn't
I'm
be.
just gonna. Can I just re-roll that?
Oh right, I know why. It's got effects on it because we accidentally killed it and it went unconscious and prone.
Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, re-roll that for me. Now it's working. I didn't see what you got.
Nat 20.
It did.
How do you kill this thing?
Let's just go for a straight cut down the middle, like
Okay.
cleaved in half.
And
Full blade covered in like necrotic force.
as you do so, it the two halves of it, and it's kind of all sticky and gooey and nasty because it's a goober. It's made of moss and things. It just kind of goes like that, and all you see all these kind of attachments and things, and it just after that it just goes into like dark ether, and that's that's it. Delete. Confirm delete. There you go. And you're out of combat. At that point,
Hey, Kimmy, can you drag and drop this to your character sheet?
Thank you. Not letting me.
It should.
Okay, hang on. I think I have to load a different module.
Did you load the Final Fantasy module?
Yeah, it's saying that I haven't though, which I know I have.
I mean, I got it off of the Dark Knight class sheet.
Yeah,
I just added the effect to add the D6 necrotic damage automatically.
appreciate that.
let me know when you've got your tech stuff working.
You keep going.
Okay.
I mean, there's a quick way you can do it if you just want to add it yourself.
So,
Click Dark Side. Well, drag it from your character, from your Abilities tab onto your Actions tab. Click, right-click it, hit Action, hit Add Effect, and then hit the magnifying glass and put that in the description.
you telling Pure to do that? Yeah.
It keeps wanting to add it as a power.
That is the power.
Yeah.
you're gonna have to actually give me a second.
Side effect. Found it.
And make sure that you type it exactly as I did. Actually, just left click on what I posted and drag that into the box. It should work.
Yeah, it's not letting me do that.
Okay. Wait 1 second.
Yeah, no, it's being dumb.
Okay.
Anyway, while you're all figuring that, the conjurer in question picks something up and it's like, and it looks to be a knife. It's like I've seen knives of this before. I've had it in the Gubu's bag, but these are usually used for cutting rope. That means our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Hmm.
If you're trying to get it to apply to yourself, you're gonna have to hit underneath targeting, hit where it says targets, click it, and then it'll hit self.
I'll just deal with this later, okay?
Alright. Trying to help.
Yeah. Seafaring.
Okay. I'd say piratical would be the most probable.
Well, it makes the most sense.
Definitely the most likely.
All of you give me a perception check. Shikail, you notice that a glowing blue crystal has kind of rolled from where the Gubu died towards the altar.
What's that? The crystal. Over there, she points.
Kemi follows where she's pointing and just kind of tips their head.
Terry goes over to look at it, like really close. And if no one's gonna stop them, they'll reach down to pick it up.
Maybe poke it with something else first.
Terry like stops right before touching it and like stands back up and like pokes it with the toe of their boot.
It just rolls.
Alright.
Alright.
So then Cherry goes to pick it up.
and you feel a sudden rush of ether, and you start clutching your head. Now, this is where I wonder if I have the superpower that I'm looking for. Can I do it? I cannot. I cannot put people in a cone of silence. So how do I do this?
Active session and just mute the people not in it.
I can't. I don't have the power.
Yeah. Artemis should have the power.
Yeah, Artemis should have the power to mute, to deafen, rather. Alaric and, well, Duality and Pure.
Alright.
I need a cone of silence for this part.
We will be good beans and not unmute.
These deafens are admin deafens. You won't be able to undo them.
I meant on the stream.
I know. Please wait. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't have the power to mute them myself. There we go. Okay. Now it's just you and I. So as you kind of start to have this splitting headache, you start to hear a voice. Hear, feel, think. And you open your eyes and you are now in a void, being with ether swirling around you. And you feel drawn to a particular part of this void, like a particular direction. And you're currently weightless, like flying in the void. So
Okay.
if you wanted to fly over there towards where the sound was coming from, you could do that.
Yeah. Cherry's gonna do that.
And after a little while, you come across this big glowing blue crystal, like the one that's in my background. And it speaks to you again. Crystal bearer. Do you respond, or are you just staring at this gigantic blue crystal that's speaking to you?
I mean, that is pretty shocking. So, yeah, Cherry will just be like, me? Is that me?
Yes. I am Heidelin, all made one. And you would automatically, especially with the fact that you're in the presence of this crystal, know that Heidelin is the name of basically not only the planet, but the supposed goddess, creator goddess of this realm, one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she continues explaining. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, this Eorzea, but it has since grown dim. And as it has grown dim, darkness has risen up in its stead, signalling an end to life. For the sake of the realm, I beseech you and your comrades, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness is contained within my crystals. Journey forth and seek and claim. By thy heroic deeds of you and your kin will the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for light liveth within all your hearts. Go now, my child, and tell your kin to shine their light upon all creation. And after that, everything goes fuzzy again.
Mhm.
And you kind of come out of that trance. Miss, can you pull us out the cone of silence, please? Okay, we're back. And for Shikail and for Kimmy, you notice that Cherry has been in a weird kind of trance for a few minutes and has suddenly come out of it.
Are you okay? Did you drink too much?
You.
Yeah, did I drink too much? No. Well, like, there was this big floating crystal, and it talked to me. And, the world's going to end, question mark?
Are you sure you didn't drink too much?
You want to touch this crystal and see what I saw? I don't know if
The
it'll work
world's
a second
always
time,
ending.
but... So, basically...
Shikail just shrugs and walks towards it.
Oh, God.
Akemi sighs and picks her up by the back of the shirt. We're not touching things again.
Yeah, so basically, the crystal was Heidelin.
Uh-huh.
You know, like one of the gods, one of the created the universe type deals.
Don't know nothing about that.
Well, she said that the world is falling into darkness and requested that we find more of these crystals to stop it.
And do what? Throw them at it?
Apparently there's power stored in the crystals.
Alright then.
Would any of us have heard anything about stuff like this happening before?
No. This is the first instance you've heard of this happening to someone.
Sherry just kind of shrugs at them. Is like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm telling you what happened. So.
Sure you didn't inhale necrotic fumes or something?
Pretty sure.
Alright then.
Are you still holding Shikayo?
Yes.
Then you're just gonna hear a boom. It's like, she can't go anywhere, so why not?
And the conjurer is still there, and she's been listening to the tale. It's like, well, this has been a day of unexpected revelations. Well, for now,
As she talks, he kind of looks at her and is like, "Oh, I forgot you were here."
She kind of tilts her head for a second and is like, I need to continue my investigation regardless, so take that knife and give it back to that fellow at the farm. And give him this warning that the pirates are probably involved in all this business with messing with creatures and kidnapping people.
AirPod redeem disadvantage GM's choice.
I mean, okay, noted. I will keep that in case I need it. The day, she says, she might have said stuff like, the days ahead, I promise little rest, I fear. And she looks back up at you. May our paths cross again until light the crystal. And she leaves.
Well, she certainly seemed interesting. Akemi finally drops to Kyle. Kind of unceremoniously from a foot off the floor.
She lands, shrugs, and just walks forward. It's like, it's not the first time she's been picked up like a cat. That's for sure.
Cherry still has the crystal, right?
Yes.
Okay, they're gonna like put it in their bag or something. Put
Okay.
it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. All right. So, where do you go from here?
Suppose we probably should head back to town.
She said to bring the dagger over, right?
Yep.
I guess we could do that.
Mm-hmm. So, the three of you head back. Crane already kind of headed ahead of you after the beastie was dealt with. Not interested in this scholar who's butting her Mikote nose in, and went back. And you go up to Stalewin. Like, you've all returned. Me lads are all gabbing about hearing what sounded like 7 elves breaking loose in the grotto, and I thought I'd sent you to your death. Anything interesting happen?
Monster.
Monster, scholar, pirate, knife, crystal. Apparently, the end of the world. Just a Tuesday.
Wait, what? Say that last part again.
Just a Tuesday.
No, the part before that. About the end of the world.
Apparently, the end of the world is coming.
What, like
I think.
another calamity?
That's this one. Points to Jerry.
Jerry shrugs and is like, the details are fuzzy.
Talking rocks and idling. Not really sure what.
Are you sure you're not all ether sick?
That's what I asked them.
Either way, we found this knife.
Oh?
So we met this, like, woman in the cave, this Mikote, and she said to bring this knife over. Let you know that it seems like pirates of some kind are involved with whatever is going on.
Aye, this would be a knife that's in a part of any man's seafaring kit. And, these ruffians definitely seem like they're pirates. But instead of maybe they're trying to lure my farmhands and forcibly recruit them or press gang them into service. I don't think they were very happy that you turned up, and they probably enraged the poor beast.
Definitely seemed perturbed.
So you said you met a Mikote woman. Did she have like a strange contraption around her neck?
Around her neck and then around her face.
That's your stola.
Isn't it?
No, your stola, or rather, if you want to be real particular, stola of the Y tribe. But your stola will do. She's been in Limsa for a good while. She's an etheric scholar, so you know she's been around the area. The fact that she was down there, it ain't now the usual, but she's good people.
Said she was looking for the missing people.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, sounds like it's been a bit of a day for you. How about y'all take a rest? Especially with everything going on tonight. And we'll crack on with this pirate business in the morning. How does that sound?
That sounds reasonable to me.
Okay. In that case, if you're all in agreement, y'all can head on into the inn, have free food and drink on the house, and a good night's rest. And that's...
At the mention of free drink, you're gonna just see Shikayo's ears perk up.
And surprisingly, so do Kemi. Just Kemi seems a little bit more interested in the free drink for once.
And that is where we shall end tonight. That's one down, 5 to go. And yeah, so it has been a freaking night. Shall we say? These tech problems. So, folks, yeah. Tomorrow, no Fixius. Saturday, is next time we're live. Yeah. And a reminder that we have a couple of slots for this game open if any of you regular viewers are interested. Things are starting to get good now. And secondly, that we are in Wisconsin, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, next week, as of about Wednesday or Thursday, depending on who you are. I will be there Thursday. Some of the others are getting there Wednesday. For Gary Con, and we will have Vactair merch on us, so you will be able to recognize us if you want to come say hi. I am trying to think whether I can execute a raid with mod powers. I don't remember, because there's a couple of people we could go and visit. I'm gonna look at my powers. Nope. I can't do it as a mod. No, we need Affy or someone. Oh well. No raiding tonight, I'm afraid, folks. So, with that in mind, it's good night from me. And I'm sure the others can speak for themselves. I could use that old British joke about saying them good night from them. But we will see you next week. No, we won't see you next week. I will be at GaryCon, hopefully. So, unless you come into GaryCon, you're not going to see me.
Nope, no rating.
Nope.
But I've heard tell that maybe a certain gerblin may be taking over the channel for a week. And engaging in certain antics. With that yes, shenanigans. Alright folks, have a good night.